So, you're never going to believe me. No one in their right mind could ever possibly believe me. But what I'm about to tell you is true. 100% true.
Once upon a time, in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic of 2020-2021, students at La Pietra Hawaii School for Girls decided nothing would stand in the way of their annual spring production, which was to be Disney's Freaky Friday, the musical. Never mind that the production couldn't be performed live in front of an audience, or that the students would have to stay masked and safely social distanced as they learned songs and choreography, rehearsed scenes, and performed.
I've got work to do. Away I go.
It was decided that the production would be rehearsed and then videotaped in its entirety, using the beautiful La Pietra campus for the different locations in the story. La Pietra senior Cece Holland would serve as our expert videographer and editor, calling the shots, literally. Cece also proved invaluable as our assistant director. Auditions yielded a first-rate cast, with Sabrina Cohan and Melody Hamilton starring as Catherine and Ellie Blake, the mother-daughter team who switched bodies as the result of a freak accident with a magical hourglass, hence the title Freaky Friday.
My hands are old. These are witch hands. Ellie, listen. It's Mom. I'm Mom. You are not my mom.
And wind up with a much better understanding of each other's point of view as a result. Liv Knudsen was to play Fletcher, the little brother, and Natalie Pearsall, Mike, the mom's fiancé. Rachel Hartenstein, Tegan Inouye, and Hunter Garcia were cast as Ellie's allies, while Leilani Smith and Sophia Schultz were to portray the pair of mean girls always eager to score points at Ellie's expense. Tegan did double duty, playing Catherine's devoted disciple and catering partner, Tori. And Rachel delivered a tour de force number as the tough-as-nails gym teacher, Ms. Myers. Head of school Dr. Josh Watson, Dr. Aaliyah Pan, Madame Malia Schlesser, Mr. Aaron Sekulich, and Mr. Todd Wilson gamely participated, playing the adult professionals in the story.
Ellie skips class when she's bored.
Miss Shari Lynn, musical director for the production and longtime music instructor at La Pietra, accepted the challenge of teaching the complicated musical numbers, working as she always has to make sure her singers have the songs securely under their belts before tackling dances and scenes.
Choosing this year's musical was pretty easy. The subject was relatable, there was a good message, and the music was fresh and energetic. I knew the girls would have great fun singing it. Well, normally they'd have great fun. COVID provided challenges that we never imagined. Who knew singing could kill you? Singing usually makes you feel freer, lighter. And singing in a group, creating harmony, actually results in a metabolic shift that relieves stress. But with masks, obscuring expression and diction, limiting our projection, and distance limiting our interaction, it was stressful to the max. However, our intrepid cast powered through, learning the songs, harmonies, and where to place emphasis on the lyric. Just watch their eyes. You'll see them light up with joy on songs like I Got This, or with quiet contemplation on Parents Lie.
They'll hold you and tell you they love and they care, but they lie when they tell you they'll always be there.
They overcame. They acted, sang, and danced as best they could under these unprecedented circumstances, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
With most of the songs learned, the young performers shifted gears to work with La Pietra dance instructor, Miss Jenna Tuss, as she choreographed and polished the dances for the show.
Taking on the role of choreographer for our Freaky Friday production was such a welcomed opportunity. With so many of our visual and performing arts experiences being hindered or canceled due to COVID restrictions, it was truly a breath of fresh air being able to work closely with students on choreography and create a filmed production. My brain was buzzing with ideas from the jump, and in order to make the choreography for the cast successful, it was important to play on their strengths while being mindful of COVID restrictions. The girls made it easy by quickly learning the dance steps, reviewing with each other, and adding their characters' unique mannerisms as they performed.
And then it was my turn to work with the students as they fine-tuned the characters they were creating. We started with table work, reading through scenes and exploring relationship and motivation. From there, we began what's called rough blocking, where actors get on their feet and move according to what's going on between the characters. Are they advancing, hiding, confronting, and so forth? Physicalizing the dynamics of the scenes before actually setting the blocking. As we progressed, however, the challenges of doing musical theater during a pandemic proved far more problematic than we had initially imagined, compromised the quality of what we were going to be able to present as a finished production. Not to mention unforeseen absences and inclement weather that canceled precious days of filming. But so much effort had already gone into the project that the decision was made to tell the story so far, and at least showcase where we got with this adventure, honoring the work everyone had invested to date. So, what we share with you now is more like a video journal that will serve as a reminder of what it was like to keep theater alive this year, even in the face of a global pandemic. We offer the following scenes, songs, and dances as a keepsake of an experience to be remembered, if not repeated. Enjoy.
All right, we're filming. Do you want me to ask questions, or do you have any initial thoughts you want to go over?
I guess ask questions and then I'll do the hourglass bit at the end.
Okay, so my first question, and I've asked everybody this, what were your thoughts on Freaky Friday being filmed rather than performed live?
Well, it was definitely more of a challenge.
It was a lot harder, but it was a really cool experience that it was being filmed instead of live, because we got like a camera experience, which is really neat. And you know, you have to find ways when pandemics happen, so here we are and we're making the best out of it.
Well, I have seen another show filmed like this, so I was really excited. Yeah, so I thought it'd be really fun.
Well, since this was like my first play or musical, it definitely made me feel better, I guess, because wasn't too sure about the performing in front of people part.
When I first heard that we were not doing a movie like we were supposed to do, and we were instead doing a documentary/trailer, I was really bummed.
When I actually kind of figured out what we were doing, I thought it was really interesting. It kind of gave me an idea of what making movies are like.
To be honest, I was excited and disappointed at the same time. I was disappointed that we didn't have a stage that we could perform on. But I was also excited because doing movie acting is much different than stage acting, and I don't have as much experience with that.
My name's Victoria, and this is my first play.
Poor Ellie Blake. I remember last week you got sick just looking at that starfish. Like actually sick, not the cool sick. You need a bucket?
You know, Savannah, today I feel pretty comfortable with a knife.
Very good, Miss Blake.
Well, sorry. It's okay. And then they said all anatomies, a master of dissection, an expert chef who wields an expert knife. But still I sense a gremlin in this system of perfection. There clearly are still mysteries to live. Its kingdom, phylum, class, and then its ordered family genus. It all comes back to me like child's play. And he leans over my shoulder there in all his long and leanness, and cuts my hard-earned knowledge clean away. I try to keep a focused mind and steady hand, but the rhythm of my heart is like a country western band. Oh, biology, look what you've done to me. Why did you kill the brain, control my teenage parts? Oh, biology, why don't you let me be, please? Be away next to our beating hearts. before the cutting starts.
Yeah. You'll do the chicken way impressed, like sweet technique.
Like totally, thanks. Come on now, can't I even speak? Oh, biology, look what you've done to me. My over 40 soul is in a teen cliche. Oh, biology, why won't you set me free? So I'm not in control, it no longer has a say. And hormones have their way. Focus, Blake, focus.
Hey, what's up with Elle today? She seems so kind of great. She's always great, but yeah, it's nuts.
That girl is on my nerves today. I better set her straight. You better let her know.
I never knew that Ellie Blake was such a science whiz. She's smart, of course, that much I knew. But something's up with her today. I don't know what it is, but then just maybe I feel it too.
I feel it too. Biology. 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 Later. So, please set me free.
Character-wise, because when you're doing it like all once, start to finish, you really get a chance to like get into your character. But when you film a certain scene every day, and you do it multiple times, and you stop and you go.
Filming it wasn't that hard, I guess, because we would learn the dances like a few days before, and then we would go, and then we'd try and work it out in the area that we're filming. Though sometimes spacing-wise it was hard.
Have to wear a wig, and that was definitely an experience that I'm not sure I want to do again. But I mean, it was pretty cool.
Well, I feel like it was a bit easier because it wasn't just like one show. Like we got to rehearse it like before we filmed it, so I think it was a bit easier to do. Well, the highs is we actually get to use our campus to perform the actual play. We aren't stuck in the gym on a stage, but then the low is we're not on a stage.
One of my favorites was when we got to film Parents Live, and we did many retakes, and I ran farther than I needed to be. And I just kept running and running and running, and you, Cece, told me that I don't need to run that far away. I can only go like a meter away.
I had to wear a wig for Tori, and it was something else because I was a redhead, and that was something new, but it was really fun.
Mike off camera was definitely his flannel, well, his all blue. He had an all blue look for a little while, which was really funny, and then the denim on denim was also a very big joke about Mike off camera.
Well, Savannah is definitely, she's the mean girl in this story. Hands on the hip all the time. I mean, I just like, okay, this may sound a little rude, but I get to insult people without any consequences. I just had a lot of fun playing her.
Actually, this might count as my favorite scene. So, the hourglass is a central part of the Freaky Friday plot. So we're doing this scene, and I'm really like into the scene, and I'm holding the hourglass, and I say, "I hate you," and I slam the hourglass down on the glass table, and it just breaks. I broke the hourglass.
Yeah, come on, Fletch. 11:30 back here to go over the ceremony.
I hate you. Oh.
Pretty fun because I had to go from this confident, sort of laid-back guy to this really intense gym teacher, like the one in Glee. You know, it's kind of exciting. We have a lot more teachers in this one than in previous plays.
Well, I think she's a pretty great kid. I could do better.
Let me cut to the chase. Ellie skips class when she's bored.
11 days? 11 jours.
I am really disappointed in myself and angry at myself. I am especially angry at this decision. Do you see this?
Well, at least you're not a smoker like me. I smoke.
If I may say a word about the tests.
Those tests are dumb.
Mrs. Blake.
I agree.
Diane.
Kevin, enough about the test. Ellie's bright. She's articulate. She has a wonderful mind. She's special.
I am. She is.
I am.
She is. We are.
She is.
I thought it was a really neat way to have a tech aspect to the production, so more people who are interested in that kind of thing can get to do that, and it's a lot more relevant today.
It would be interesting to do again, just like I said, film acting is different than theater acting, and you normally don't really get the opportunity to do in school production. But at the same time, I think I personally prefer stage acting rather than film acting.
I really liked working in like small groups of people with Miss Lynn and Mrs. Murray. It was really fun, and we shared a lot of laughs and giggles, which was a lot of fun.
Wigs are not the funnest. Really itchy, hot, yeah.
Okay.
Especially me as a blonde. Not fun.
That's all, folks. All right, and cut.
Okay, everyone, here we go.
So, you're probably wondering about a few things, like, how did the wedding reception go?
We made the cover for Down the Aisle magazine. My catering business quadrupled overnight. My best man speech was magic. I got my license to practice couples therapy. I'm going to Yale on a fast-track PhD program. Eat my dust.
I got hired as an editor for the Well-Dressed Groom. I went to Swedish camp and started a band. It's called Stargrave. It's part punk, part country western swing.
I got married. I photographed the wedding myself. I'm not any of the pictures. But
I went to computer camp and met the love of my life. His hacking is so major that it got on the FBI's blacklist. When he was 11, he named a code after me.
Excuse me.
I got a new minivan. It's red, which my wife says is tacky, but I can find it in a parking lot. And I got a pet frog.
Believe it or not, this was my first wedding, and the whole experience really made me stop and think about the best approach to celebrating.
I finally got to write the novel I've been meaning to write.
Guys,
I learned Mandarin. It proved difficult, and then I got shingles. So I couldn't go to China anyway.
I hiked the Pacific Crest Trail from the book Wild.
With me. He hiked it with me.
Guys, I'm the narrator. I told you, you would never believe me. But it's true, 100% true.